What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live, bringing on this 12-game NFL slate for Week 2. I'm excited about this slate. Before we can always hit like button for me, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. As y'all know, I'm here out of town. I'm at my fiance's dad's house. He just had a wedding, so like I said, I'm out of town. This is not my normal recording space, but we are still breaking down NFL slates. I'm excited about it. We had a big win yesterday, or over Thursday Night Football. We had a huge win. I like that. I really like that slate, but now we're here facing a 12-gamer for the main slate, which I'm here to break down. So I'm gonna do position by position instead of going game by game. It's an interesting slate to say the least. There's a couple of injuries popping up that are gonna definitely fluctuate the slate. But let's start off with quarterback. Don't really have a high price quarterback other than Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson. Kyler Murray facing Las Vegas. I don't really have any issues with Kyler. I think this is a good bounce back spot for him. He's easily could come back into the slate and get it done. Lamar Jackson, good matchup for him also, especially on the feed. If I had a pivot, I would go to Kyler Murray. Russell Wilson, good bounce back spot also for him. 7-2. Interesting price tag. Again, I'd much rather just go to Kyler Murray. But Dak Prescott is out with a hand injury, so we know what's going to mean Cooper Rush, which Cooper Rush is all the way down here at the bottom, like at 5,000 against facing the Cincinnati Bengals. When we saw him last game, he was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It was Cooper Rush. That's the thing. At 5,000 against the Bengals, again, do you want to take a flyer on Cooper Rush at only 5,000? Not necessarily, but you could go. You could be worse. You could go much worse. You can go to Trevor Lawrence at 5,3. You can go to Baker Mayfield at 5,3. You can even go to Mac Jones at 5-2 against Pitt. Mac Jones, 5-2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, again, you can go worse. I don't mind going. Pause. Let's just talk about the mid range before we go all in depth over the value. Joe Burrow, I love the matchup for him at 6'6. This is a great bounce back spot for him. Tom Brady, I don't mind it at 6'4. He is without Chris Godwin, so he's already out with one of the weapons. So I would be kind of weary about that. Matthew Stafford against Atlanta, I don't mind the matchup for him. Him and Cooper Kupp should light it up. That's kind of where I'm looking at on the top range. Trey Lance, no thank you. Not really getting the Tua, not really getting the Matt Ryan or Marcus Mariota. But again, the value down here is interesting with Mac Jones at only 5-2, with Cooper Rush at 5,000. I'd rather go to Mac Jones than Cooper Rush, but again, Cooper Rush does have the weapons to do well, but it is the Bengals. That's why I know I don't want you to think I'm talking Cooper Rush up so high, but again, I could get it. I get it. You need to be different on these fantasy football millionaire slates. Well, on the running back side, play Jonathan Taylor and just don't look back. You're going to want to play Jonathan Taylor. You're going to have to play Jonathan Taylor. You need to play Jonathan Taylor. CMC, again, I'd much rather just pay 1,000 more for Jonathan Taylor. Kamara being questionable is interesting to me. This is where it gets kind of different because I like the matchup. With no Mark Ingram possibly also, Tony Jones might be the guy. That might be the only guy. So I love him at 4-3. I love Tony Jones Jr. at 4-3. That's going to be my value. I don't mind going to him whatsoever. We've seen him do well on slates before. I like him here. Saquon Barkley 7-3, still way too cheap. I love the matchup for him. I love Joe Mixon's matchup. That's kind of the 1-2 punch of the mid range I'm looking at. Antonio Gibson's not bad here at 6-2. I don't mind that at all. James Robertson, want to be the guy at 5-6. I like that. Do you want to pay 5-6 for Cam Akers? I don't really mind it. Michael Carter, 5'2". I like that price tag. I'm not clicking Jalen Warren at 5'4". No, thank you. Chase Evans, 5'2". Still way too cheap. I like that out of him. That's kind of what I'm looking at for running back. Receiver wise, scrolling back to the top, Cooper Kupp 9-9. I still love this matchup for him. I like him here. 9,000 for under for Devontae Adams is a travesty. I like that. He lit up last week. I like that at 8-6. Your Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase stacks. I don't mind that at all. CeeDee Lamb 6'9". I'm not paying that, especially with Cooper Rush. We need to keep an eye on the Tampa Bay receivers, like I said, with Mike Evans and Julio Jones, both questionable with Chris Godwin already out. I don't mind going to Mar St. Brown at 6'5". And then Michael Thomas 5'8". Caught those 2 TDs. He's back. Jerry Jeudy 5'6" is not a bad price tag. Allen Robinson's going to be super low owned, but I like that. To have him a bounce back game. Rashad Bateman 5.5 is a great price tag. And then kind of just scrolling down still. Chase Claypool 4.7 is a value in my opinion. And Zay Jones looked good with Trevor Lawrence. I like that at 4.3. And then it's kind of where I'm going. So again, we need to keep an eye on the Bucks receivers. That's the biggest question mark for me is what's going on with the Bucks. But again, the receivers wise, it's kind of interesting to me. You're gonna have to click and choose who you want. Like I said, I like Bateman the most though. And then going to tight end. Mark Andrews 6'4". George Kittle's questionable. We need to keep an eye on if he plays. If he plays, I'm not really high on him. Darren Waller, I like this matchup for him at 5'6". That's kind of where I'm going to go mostly, is just because of the matchup based. But again, I like that. I like Tyler Higbee at 4'2". I don't mind going to Albert O 3.7 right back to him. But defenses, so it's gonna have to be the Bengals again. They're facing Cooper Rush. That's the biggest thing. They're facing Cooper Rush. They're going to be super high owned. You're just going to have to lock and load them at only 2-2 because that's going to be your salary saver. Because based on the defenses, you can either go 4,000 or you can go 2-2. It's kind of what I'm looking at. But going right back to the QB, again, just to kind of piddle around with this lineup, I do like the Joe Burrow attack at 6'6". So that leaves you 5-3 left over with the Jonathan Taylor, with Tony Jones, with Bateman, with Waller, with Bengals. I like that starting out. But that does wrap for this video for us, as though. Thank you for tuning in. Hope it's a great safe rest of the night. Have a good one, everybody.